Hello everyone and welcome to a new strategy game. And I gotta say, I just picked this up based on literally the looks that I saw from the trailer about the gameplay. And I refused to read anything upon it simply because I enjoy exploring strategy games like this, what seems to be a strategy game like this, in its purest form. So I will be chasing and discovering what this game has to offer for all of us together. There seems to be a need to sign in, but I'm guessing this is only for extra options. And right now, all I care about is getting ourselves started. The languages, that's fine. No automatic end of turn, that's fine. Maybe there's some videos. I see. All right. Well, as with any strategy game that has a completely unique set of rules, maybe it is time for us to look at the tutorial and see what it has to offer. Game structure. Learn about the goal of the game and how it's generally structured. Learn how you can win the game. Very good. Welcome to Terraforming Mars. In Terraforming Mars, you control a corporation whose goal is to make Mars Earth-like enough to live freely on it. Okay, in order to win, you have to score the highest by accumulating a good terraforming rating, accumulating as many victory points as possible. Okay, our current rating is 20. Each player starts at 20. You can increase the rating by increasing global parameters or by playing certain cards. Okay. Victory points are earned by playing certain cards, placing tiles on Mars, or claiming milestones and winning awards. The game ends once all 3 global parameters are maxed. Temperature reaches 8, oxygen 40%, and 9 oceans are placed. Okay. Global parameters are shared among all players. Right, so this... so the reason I picked up this game is because there's a board game weekend going on in Steam, and there are some board games which are a lot more enjoyable when you can play them without all the preparation that comes involved with board games, and this may be one of them. Might as well try it out. Raising a global parameter can also give an immediate bonus to the player that increased it. Yep, that makes sense. First global parameter is oceans. You raise the ocean level by placing an ocean tile on the planet. You need to place 9 in total. Okay. You raise the oxygen level by placing greenery tiles on the planet with certain cards. Or with center cards. You need to increase the oxygen to 14%. When you reach 8%, you increase the temperature for free. Okay. The last global parameter is temperature. You raise the temperature with certain actions and cards. You need to increase the temperature from -30 to 8 in steps of 2 degrees. When you reach -24 and -20, you increase heat production. Reaching 0 allows you to place a free ocean. Okay. The game is divided into generations. You get new project cards at the beginning of each generation and resources at the end of each generation. Okay. Player order phase, research phase, action phase, production phase. Right? The first phase is the player order phase. And this the first player becomes the last, and all of the players move up by 1 place. Okay. During this phase, you can buy new project cards. Each card costs 3 tokens. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can understand everything in it. We currently have... many tokens? A million tokens, right? So I guess it's this. We have 84. Yeah, we have a lot. Okay. If you want to, well, the tutorial is telling me to. Once all player has bought the cards, you enter the action phase. This phase, you use your resources to perform as many actions as you want to increase your score and terraform Mars. Bottom row indicates your current resources. You use these resources to perform the various actions of the game. Okay. Above in the brown boxes, you have the resource production. So we're currently producing 0 of all of this except 2 energy. Okay. Okay, mega credits. Gain your terraform rating plus M production in M resources. So every turn we get 20. Purple player passes their turn. It's smart. You can perform up to 2 actions per turn, after which it becomes your opponent's turn. If you can no longer perform an action, but you do not wish to perform one, select the pass button. Once you've already played one action, you can skip. If you've played 2 actions, you have to end your turn. Your turn ends, but you can play again once all remaining players have finished their turn. I guess if everyone passes, if you haven't played an action yet, you can pass. You will no longer be able to play until every player passes and the generation ends. Yeah. So it's a game about action economy and also resource economy. Interesting. I guess I am being forced to pass right now. You're going to pass. If you do so, you won't be able to play until the next generation. Well, I really want to. But we are allowed to do anything else. Once all players have passed, you enter production phase. First, your energy resources are converted into heat. Okay, so energy goes into heat. Okay, then you gain the amount of resources of your production for each type. And then we get 20 money because of this. Purple layer. Use. They get money. Once all global parameters are filled, the game... Hope the game's audio is coming through. Yeah. Once all global parameters are filled, the game will end at the end of the generation. Scoring is explained in the 5th tutorial. Congratulations, you finished this step. Would you like to... I'd like to know what the actions are. Standard projects represent all critical actions of the game. They're always available and can be used without limit, though they usually cost more than using cards. That makes sense. Okay, so sell pattern allows you to discard 1 or more cards from your hand, and you get 1 million per discarded card. That seems very bad. Let's use it now. Yes. Yes, I have to select. For selecting the cards you want to sell, you can view your hand and confirm that you want to sell some cards. Okay. Select the first card to sell. You will receive 1. Yep. Okay, that's already done. We got 1 chip of money. Standard projects now. Increase your energy production by 1 step. It costs 11. Okay. Asteroid allows you to increase temperature by 1. Also increase your terraforming rating by 1. Ooh, that's pretty good. Aquifer allows you to play an ocean. Do it now. Increase your terraforming by 1 step. Placing next to an ocean gives you... Oceans can be placed on any designated spot in Mars. Ocean tiles are not owned by a player once placed. You increase your TR by 1 for placing an ocean. Any tile that is later placed next to an ocean grants a bonus 2 million. Okay. You can gain resources as a placement bonus by placing a tile in a particular position. Place your ocean here and gain 1 plant resource as well as 2 for the adjacent ocean. This is the adjacent ocean. And I also gained the plant. Okay, so placing an ocean is kind of like claiming land. No actions left and turn. What does purple do? They pass. 32 turn. It is our turn. Standard projects. Greenery allows you to place greenery and increase oxygen level. Place 1 now. You can place even if the maximum level of oxygen. Okay. Have to be placed next to another tile you own if possible. Each greenery you own gives you 1 victory point at the end of the game. Okay. Basically, to gain 2 plant resources. Okay, so these things are up for grabs for everyone that is involved in them. And I gain also 4 million from adjacency to oceans. Pretty decent. Standard projects again. We can now plant a city. It increases our money production by 1 per step, and we gain 1 at the end of for each adjacent greenery tile, regardless of. Okay. No 2 cities can be placed next to each other. You gain 1 victory point per adjacent greenery at the end of the game. So I guess we go here. Right, and we get the extra money and the extra money per step. Yeah, let's go to... In this tutorial we will learn about the project cards, how you can use them to gain victory. Terraforming Mars. Start a game at the beginning. First you need to select your corporation. Corporation determines your starting resources as well as some bonus abilities. Okay. It's a standard corporation doing standard this, not special effects. Actions to keep track of. This is a good corporation to start if you are terraforming a planet for the first time. Okay. You start with 42 millions. Instead of participating in the first research phase, you draw 10 cards for free. That sounds really insane, but maybe cards are not that important. With the first big citizens, blah 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 blah. Okay, so you start with 40 millions as your first action in the game. Place a city tile. Okay, so these people start with a city. That's a 25 million boost. Okay. When any city tile is placed on Mars, increase your production by 1 step. When you place a city tile, you gain 3 millions. Oh, that's very interesting. Still, we're forced to do. Blah blah blah. Yes, I already read this. Another more. Okay. These people start with more money, and after you pay for a card or standard project with a basic cost of 20, you gain 4. So they reduce. They refund a portion of those that are 20 or more. Okay. Beginner corporations, blah blah blah. Okay. What now? Yeah. Open your project card hand. Blah blah blah. More efficiently than your opponent. Okay, they can. This says. Okay. You can buy new project cards in the research phase at the beginning of each new generation. So that's why we cannot do this turn. Certain actions can also give new project cards. Yep. For example, adopted lichen. Increase your plant production by 1 step. The project card. 3 kinds. Automated, event cards red, and active cards blue. This one costs 9 and just increases my greenery plus 1. So, yeah. Tags. The place in certain categories can affect or be affected by other cards. Cool. Immediate effect of the card. Okay. You can always press the information button. Okay. Green cards are automated cards that allow you to perform immediate actions. Use this card to increase your plant production by 1. Good. Open your project card hand. We can make a shipyard. Some cards give you victory points when you play them. You can see victory points in the circle side, okay? Playing this card increases titanium production by 1, as well as giving you 1 VP. Okay, so. Okay, so VPs are being kept here. And it's only 2 actions. Let's see what else there is. Release of the inert gases. Red cards are event immediate actions once placed. Red cards are hidden from your opponent. Use this card now. Can I? So I paid this. Select this card. This card has a requirement. You need to reach this before it can be played. A minimum of -8 temperature. Okay. If you don't reach, let's go to the next card. Some cards allow you to place tiles. These are either normal tiles seen previously or special tiles. Card is a volcano. Placement requirements. If this no longer the card cannot be played, volcanoes can only be placed on a specific location between a choice of 4. Let's go here. Okay, so we do grab whatever is still there. Good. You have no more actions left. As we open. Blue cards are active cards that give you access to actions or effects that are available for the rest of the game. Okay. Water import from Europa. We can pay 12. So this costs 25 to play, and then we can play 12 to place an ocean tile. Okay. And we gain money for each Jovian tag. I guess it's one of these. Two cards. Action can be used once per generation. Interesting. Card features dynamic victory points. The amount of victory points you see depends on your final board. For example, this card you will receive 1 VP for each. Yeah, okay. So if you have played Race for the Galaxy, you see similarities in this. That's perfectly fine. So it's a board and deck building game. I like it. Looks like we don't have enough to use this card. Since it has a space tag, you have the possibility to use the titanium resource to reduce the price. 1 titanium equals 3. So this is titanium and not victory points. That's very confusing. But maybe that's correct. So we decrease the card cost and we use it. Then we select this card and it says offers an effect. An effect automatically happens when a specific situation occurs. Each time a city tile is placed, the resource production requirement. You can't do it unless you have enough production to reduce. D. So we need to be generating more energy. Money production can go down to -5. Okay, that's. Since you don't reach these requirements yet, you don't have enough money to use. However, since building, you can use steel to reduce the price. Okay. Interesting. More VPs. You finished the tutorial. Additional. Once you gather 8 plant resources, you can convert them to a greenery. You can place a greenery tile on Mars right now. Plant conversion is available even if the oxygen level is maxed out, but you don't increase the terraforming rating in that case. Okay. And where do we place? Okay, greenery. 2 adjacent, 1 adjacent, 2. Our city is here. Let's go here. So we grab the resources, we grab the money, and then once we gather heat resources, you can convert them to temperature. No more actions left, so pass. Purple player turn. Our turn. Effects tab. All effects given go to the effects tab now. Okay. When any city tile is placed, gain 2 million. The red border indicates this applies to any player. Okay. Try it out. Go to standard projects and place a city. We cannot place it here because there's already city adjacent to that. But we could go here and grab some resources. Okay, because of it, you've gained additional. Yep. Your actions. We can transform this into terraforming rating by 1 step. Cute. Okay, terraforming rating, remember, is also 1 more money. More action left. Tab again. That's 1 microbe to the card. Very confused. Okay. So action, add 1 microbe to this card. So it seems like this tutorial setup had already played a bunch of cards. Remove 1 microbe from any card to add 1 microbe to this card in case I have ants. And then if I do this, add 1 microbe to this card or remove 2 microbes on this card to raise temperature by 1 step. So let's go for this one then. No more actions, skip. And action. Add 1 microbe or reduce minimum for. Right, that seemed tricky, but I guess we will check the cards as they go. How the end of the game goes and how scoring works. Milestones are special accomplishments you can claim. Okay, that's very Race for the Galaxies as well. At the end of the game, if you meet the criteria by a milestone, claim it by paying 8 millions. Okay, that's important. Maybe may only be claimed by one player, and only 3 of the 5 milestones may be claimed in total. Okay, that's very interesting. So I have a terraforming rate of 35. We can claim it. Also, this is an action. Awards can be funded at any time, but are only awarded at the end of the game. Okay, each award rewards the player for a specific achievement. The player that comes in first position scores 5 VP and second scores 2. 3 of the 5 may be funded in total, and the funding cost increases starting at 8 millions, then 14. So this is so that you don't start at early game only. Own the most tiles in play. I understand. Then when you fund the award, the reward is only given at the end. So this may change. Fund it now. Fund it. When our global parameters have been maxed, you enter the game end and after the end of the current generation. Okay, pass to get to the next generation. Yep. Okay. Let's capture this. And then we get another green, which means we can again. I think this is one of our cities because I'm green, right? Yep. Done with plant conversion. Points are tallied to show who the winner is. So the terraforming is the most normal victory condition. 5 VPs are given to the winner of each award. Okay. An additional 2 VPs are given to the player in second place unless there are only 2 players. Next come the milestones, and then we also claimed one. Next are the point for greeneries. Each greenery gives 1 VP. Each city adjacency. Then the project cards. The winner is revealed. I believe that's the end of the tutorial, right? Hey, green wins! Thank you, tutorial. I did absolutely nothing. Okay, that was the last tutorial. Now we are ready to... So we could... What is solo chat? Okay, I don't think I want to go online right now, but it looks like it's a good time for us to start a local game. So let's cut the stream and start a new one.